The message was we got to be a lot better. We got to play better. We got to find a way to be a better basketball team. It was pretty disappointing the way we played on Saturday. Thought we'd bounce back and play better today. I was excited to see our response on the defensive end. I thought we'd come out with a lot of fight and toughness on the defensive end, and we just didn't do a very good job. Turned it over a lot early, which set a bad tone for us. But we just weren't good. We didn't win it. I don't know if we won a 4-minute stretch, which is very concerning. So give credit to OU. They played well. They made a great deal of shots, but that was not the message in the locker room. We respect those guys, but we got to take a look inside and figure out how we're going to be a better team.
Why was Manick in particular able to get loose for so many threes? What happened on the defensive end that allowed him to go off the way he did?
Yeah, he's very capable of making contested shots. We know that. He's one of those guys that just shoots it whether he's open or not. When he gets a chance to let it go, he does. There's times when he misses wide open shots and makes very contested shots. But we gave him too many open looks. We got lost on penetration. Our ball screen defense was not very good. We were trying to be more aggressive on the ball than we have been in the past, and the ball itself really hurt us. Roll guys didn't hurt us much, but we just got lost and got broken down, and it seemed like every time there was a breakdown, they were finding him and others. So many 3-pointers that we were broken down, and they were shooting step-in rhythm, wide open 3-pointers.
It seemed like, especially early on, there were also times they were able to get to the basket or draw fouls and get to the free throw line. Is that just sort of a product of being up against an athletic Power 5 team, or what do you attribute that to?
Well, reducing fouling has been a focus for us. We got to be a better defensive team without fouling, and we certainly didn't do that. We had a little bit of everything in this one, a lot of hand checks again. We just have to be better. Quite simply, we need to be better, and we didn't do it. So yeah, if they're making threes and they're getting to the line and we're turning the ball over, it's going to be a rough night. And add to it that we didn't have a very good flow offensively. Their length inside, we challenged them a couple times early, as if they didn't have 2 big shot blockers in there, and they do. And that's a little different look. That's not something we see in practice. A lot of times the length on the perimeter is something that we're concerned with some of these opponents. The big wings, the arms in the passing lane, but certainly with Queth and Manick, those guys at the rim provide pretty good rim protection for them, and that kept us from getting anything easy.
You've touched on this a bit already, but what you mentioned to us on Tuesday that what you wanted to see was the effort, jumping in passing lanes and just getting up and meeting the ball higher up the court and things like that. Did you see any slivers of that today, or was it basically the same thing you saw against UTRGV?
I think we were more extended. I was frustrated with the look that we had at UTRGV in terms of being in there at 17 feet, like a very congested defense. I think we were out a little bit more. I think the ball screens gave us a lot of trouble, got us broken down and spread out, which is different than what we did on Saturday. It wasn't necessarily better, but at least we were, I think, a little more aggressive at times.
And you mentioned the turnovers on the offensive end. Was there anything that led to that, or ways that they guys got you rattled or out of rhythm?
Just some weak plays, some poor decisions. A couple of our turnovers were just very casual, just throwing it right to a defended player. So those were a little surprising. Those are the things you might anticipate in the first game of the year, or with a freshman. Freshmen. These were veteran guys out there. We've already got a couple games under our belt. It was just careless in some cases. It obviously had some offensive fouls, which are generally going to be an aggressive foul. But I think the most disappointing ones were we just didn't work to catch it. And then if the guy's not open, you can't throw it. So those were alarming.
So you've mentioned a lot of different issues. Where does that put your overall level of concern with the team right now? Is it still too early in the season to set off some alarms, or are you pretty worried about what you've seen so far?
Well, we got a lot of work to do. That's for sure. Again, UTRGV, if we're looking really at the last 2 games, UTRGV is a different type of preparation, kind of a unique style. Oklahoma was not. It was man-to-man, and we didn't play well. We've been spending most of our time working man-to-man offensively and defensively. We're trying to spend a lot of time doing the things that we're going to see the most, the things we're going to do the most. and we weren't good in those two regards. So, yeah, we got a lot of work to do. We got to figure some things out. You know, my hope is that we continue to find a way to help our new players more comfortable on the offensive end, get them more involved, become a better offensive team. But the defensive end, we've had a pretty good emphasis on it, and would have liked to have seen us respond a lot better. So we're going to play a game tomorrow, and then we got some finals to deal with. But we're going to have to find a way to be a better team next week. You know, we need some practice time, and if that didn't get our attention, if these two games didn't get our attention, then nothing will. So our guys better be ready to practice.
Yeah, I was going to say you have essentially no time to get ready before you get back to San Antonio and play tomorrow. But is there going to be like a point of emphasis or something specific you want them to do in that game or show that can be different and the first step on making that improvement?
Compete, fight, battle, rebound, play tough, play unselfish. Yeah, that stuff we don't need a scouting report for that. We don't need a shoot around for that. Guys got to dig down and find a way to be a tougher team.